why do we care about weight control and weight management? Well, as business owners, it's a $60 billion a year business worldwide. 20 billion of that is in the United States. Now, why is that? Well, the reason why we need to care as individuals is 1/3 of us is overweight, another third is obese. That means your weight is hurting you somehow. So, there's money in it, and if you're eating the way most Americans are, you probably need to lose a few pounds. Why is what we do different than everybody else? Because let's face it, there are lots of different diets, lots of different companies out there that do weight control, weight management things. And why does Atkins work for one person, and South Beach works for another person, and God knows what all? It all works for somebody, and there's always a doctor standing there saying, hey, this is great, do this. But it never seems to work for you, right? Two aspects of weight control or weight management. First is, because let's face it, we're not eating right probably. What nutrients do you need? Some of the programs out there limit carbs. Some of them limit fats. Some of them just bring you way down in a balanced fashion but cut your calories. Which one works for you? Well, unless you want to go through all the processes, which can be both painful and expensive, you're not going to know unless you take a genetic test to find out what your body needs. This is really the critical step in what differentiates our process from everybody else. You start with your body, your genetics. What do you need? What does your body need? For example, when I took the test, I found out that I need to limit my fats, but I can have almost as many carbs as I want to have. Typically, I don't eat enough carbs during the day. Okay? So, you find out what your body needs, give your body the nutrition that it does need. Son of a gun, it actually works. The other half of the process is exercise. Some people can lose weight just walking the dog at very moderate levels of exercise. Other people need to be very, very intense in their exercise level. But again, if you're just trying to figure this out by yourself, there's an awful lot of variables in there, and you can go through an awful lot of heartache and pain before you figure out what the right answer is that works for you reliably. Again, the genetic test will tell you whether you need to have a high intensity exercise or whether your body reacts very well to a medium intensity exercise. So, when you take the test, you figure out what you need. In my case, it was, I'm going back to airborne school, I need high intensity exercise, and I need to limit my fats. And guess what? When I limit my fats and when I do high intensity exercises, it works. Okay? If you give your body what it needs, your body's going to react the way you want it to.
That's right.
Now, the body key part of the process has brought into a system all the various products that Nutrilite has actually had on the market, most of these things, for a very long time. Everything from meal bars to various supplements. And the supplements, for example, range from, say, a carb blocker. I don't need that because carbs aren't an issue for me, but if you have a carb-limiting diet, you need something like that. The CLA 500, so you lose fat, not lean muscle. Okay? Various other things out there. I don't want to go through every one of them. Meal bars, protein supplements, popcorn. I can eat popcorn because this isn't greasy. Okay? I can't go home and pop popcorn in a microwave and eat it. Okay? So, knowing what your body needs puts you in charge of what are you going to do. You can buy a system. We have several different packaged systems. A lot of people like that because it's really well thought out. Everything you need is in there. Just do what the system has, eat the various things, drink the shakes, you're good to go. Personally, I take a little bit more somewhat more random approach to that. I do the calculations, find out how many fat grams I can have, how many carbs I can have, all that kind of thing. And then I kind of plan the day. If I'm going to be out contacting, I know that I can't eat out and have a double cheeseburger because that's going to blow all the fat grams I have for the next couple of days. So I take a meal bar. And I know from experience that one meal bar isn't really going to be enough for a meal for me, so I'm going to take a protein bar too. But I factor those numbers in so I can figure out what I can have the rest of the day while I'm still home. Okay? For other folks, that maybe make more sense to take that stuff for lunch and then just eat something at home. The point is, you gotta know the target you're shooting at if you're gonna get anywhere. This is the key. And we're the only people in the country that I'm aware of that have a genetic test to tell you what your goals can be. Can't make it any easier now.